Hello everyone, and welcome to Fine Feathered Friends History Redo. My name is Jay Bird, and today's episode is The Great White Hope. Jack Johnson, the boxer, not the singer, defeated Tommy Burns in 14 rounds to win the world's heavyweight boxing title on December 26, 1908. A majority of white America was not pleased having Jack Johnson being their world heavyweight boxing champion. Jack Johnson was everything they feared. Outspoken, independent, free-thinking, carefree, and most important, black. He was a snappy dresser who loved the ladies, which really grinded their gears. The press and the public called out for a great white hope to quickly end Jack Johnson's reign as world heavyweight boxing champion. American novelist Jack London, despite having left-wing socialist views, was a dyed-in-the-wool racist who hated Jack Johnson and prayed for a great white hope to knock him out and bring back the title to white America. Boxing promoters didn't see the world as black or white, only green, and they decided to manipulate the people while lining their pockets. And they lined up several great white hopes for Johnson to knock out. He fought Philadelphia Jack O'Brien and Tony Ross to 2 no-decision draws. His third defense was against Al Kaufman, who he beat up for 10 rounds before winning on points. His fourth defense was against Stanley Ketchel. The two planned out the match to make it last 20 rounds so it could be filmed and shown in movie theaters to make a lot more money. Ketchel, however, decided to fight Johnson for real and hit him with a haymaker in the 12th round. Johnson hit him back with an uppercut that knocked out several of his teeth, and he was out cold for several minutes. The prayers for a great white hope were finally answered when Jim Jeffries came out of a 6-year retirement after months of begging from Jack London. Jim Jeffries said, "I will prove that no Negro alive could beat a white man." Boxing promoter Tex Rickard paid Jeffries $40,000 in 1910 money for the fight and signed him to a personal services contract for another $75,000 to get him back into ring shape. The fight was scheduled for July 4th, 1910, and Jeffries had to lose over 110 pounds. Tex and another promoter, John Gleason, guaranteed a purse of $101,000, 75% for the winner, 25% for the loser, and 2/3 of the revenue collected from sales of the right to film the fight. The match took place at an outdoor venue in Reno, Nevada. Despite not having fought since 1904, Jeffries was a 10-7 favorite against Johnson. Racist Jack London described Jim Jeffries as the chosen representative of the white race, and this time, the greatest of them. A couple of months before the fight, a New York Times editorial stated that, "If a black man wins, thousands and thousands of his ignorant brothers will interpret his victory as justifying claims to much more than physical equality with their white neighbors." Fearing a potential race riot, guns were forbidden around the vicinity of the arena, along with no booze or people under the influence of alcohol. By fight time, the temperature was over 110 degrees, which played a significant role in the bout. The heat and the incredibly in-shape Jack Johnson doomed Jeffries from the opening round. Johnson toyed with the ring-rusted Jeffries for several rounds until knocking him down twice in the 15th. Jeffries' corner threw in the towel, saving him from being knocked out by Johnson. When news about the results of the fight spread across the United States, it ignited a powder keg of pent-up racist violence. Major riots occurred in New York City, Ohio, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Illinois, Virginia, Nebraska, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., Delaware, West Virginia, Georgia, Colorado, and Missouri. This was the first reported case of a nationwide race riot. The fight was filmed but wasn't shown due to the riots, and the United States Congress soon passed a law banning interstate transportation of boxing films. Johnson would eventually lose his title 5 years later due to another great white hope in the form of Jess Willard. He was also on the run from the law due to violating the Mann Act. After retiring from being a prizefighter for good, Jeffries would become a boxing promoter and fight trainer. Well, thanks for watching another episode of Fine Feathered Friends History Redo. My name is Jay Bird, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye.